Both teams coming off losses in the last week. Both would come out flying. Newcastle looking for the early lead. 20 minutes, Roberto Solano, short free kick, deflected and saved by Barthez. But Man U can't clear amidst the confusion. Jermaine Jenis fires a laser top shelf, and it is 1-0 for the Magpies. Now the Red Devils respond 11 minutes later. Solskjaer beats the offside trap and beats Shea Given with a quick one, and it's level. Solskjaer in for the injured David Beckham. 2 minutes later, they're at it again. Solskjaer and Scholes play the quick 1-2. Scholes smashing on the one-time volley. That makes it 2-1. 4 minutes later, more of the same. Man U playing keep away from the sluggish Magpies. Giggs tees it up in the half circle for Scholes, and he has his second of the match to make it 3-1. Minute before halftime, John O'Shea looking like a striker, not a fullback, as he powers through two defenders, shot off the woodwork, but Giggs laying in wait as an easy one with Given out of the picture. 4-1 at the restart. You get in the picture how this one goes? 7 minutes into the second, Red Devils at it again. Gary Neville races in, crosses to Scholes on the back porch. Right there, he completes the hat trick to make it 5-1. And then another episode of It's Not Your Day When. Titus Bramble takes down Diego Forlan, and you know what that means. The rude awakening coming up. Van Nistelrooy scores on the ensuing PK. 6-1 there. And Barthez slips up with a minute left in regulation with a boot to Jenis. He spots Shola Emiobi, and he scores a garbage goal to make it 6-2. That's how it ends, as United move to top spot in the EPL with the big win.
How shattering an experience has it been today?
Oh, it's not shattering. We lost 3 points. We have 5 games to go. We've got to pick ourselves up. The distance, I think, now between Arsenal and Manchester United and ourselves is too big for us to get above them. But we've had a magnificent season here, you know.
I think that was a boost for us today, being able to get that experience from Madrid, coming here, knowing it's such an important game, and having to produce.
Chelsea hosting Bolton on Saturday in another of the 10 matches played. Chelsea manager Claudio Ranieri decided to go with teenager Carlton Cole in his starting 11. Ranieri is calling the young striker the Little Lion, and placing him in the lineup was a good move for the Blues as they try to hold on to the final Champions League spot in the Premiership. It's Chelsea in dark, and there's Zenden with the ball as he puts it inside, and there's Carlton Cole with the touch, but it's up and over the bar behind keeper Jussi Jääskeläinen. Second half, Manny Petit with the long lead ball. Cole behind the defense, cuts and scores. 1-0 Chelsea, and Cole with the goal. The nice lead pass by Manny Petit, and Cole definitely onside. He had the pace. Goodney Bergson all over him, manages to get it away. It was 1-0 after 58 for the Blues.
Sublime.
Chelsea went looking for more. Frank Lampard with the big shot, the rebound for Gianfranco Zola, off the side netting. Chelsea beat Bolton 1-0.
For all, and he blazed it over. There was a great clamour for you to start with Carlton Cole today after he scored against Sunderland. What made you decide that it was right for him to start today?
Look, the little lion is growing up very well, and for me it was very important to see him also from the start of the match. He played very, very well. I am pleased with his performance and scored another important goal for us.
In all honesty, would a point here today have been a good result for you despite the recent winning run?
Oh, it would have been an absolutely fantastic result. I said before the game it would have felt like a victory for us winning or getting a point here at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and it would have taken us that little 1 point closer to the ultimate 40-point figure that everybody looks for. And of course, looking at today's results now, would have been 4 points ahead of West Ham and not just the 3.
Let's keep this rolling. West Brom hosting Everton. Everton in dark. Alan Stubbs battling with Daniel Dichio. Stubbs with the handball in the area. That's a little too obvious. So it's a penalty kick for Bromwich. And from the spot, Igor Balas beats Richard Wright 1-0 after 18. And Gary Megson delighted with his team's lead. Everton pull that back within 4 off the corner. David Weir beats keeper Russell Holt. And Everton will level. It's Mark Pembridge with the service from the corner. And it looks as though Kevin Campbell was actually closer to the ball, as Holt seems to have punched it into his own. They gave Weir the goal 1-1 after 23. The cross would then find Kevin Campbell at the far post, and he scores, but this one was called back on the offside. Kevin Campbell with a nice finish as he puts this one to the top corner on the short side, but it was offside. West Brom then had their turn on the pressure. Lee Hughes does the leg work, cuts it to Andy Johnson, who just can't finish. He can't believe it. In 41 minutes into the game, it's Hughes again with the work. Cuts it this time for Ronnie Walwork, and he misses as well. That's the kind of season it's been for West Brom. Everton then make them pay. Holt has trouble with the cross. Wayne Rooney at the touchline. He'll cut it back to Campbell. This one counts. Everton win away 2-1 versus West Brom. Liverpool hosting Fulham. 4 minutes in, the long throw in finds Michael Owen. He beats the D and scores, but this one is also pulled back as Owen was ruled offside off the header by Emil Heskey. Owen had a pretty good game, lots of energy, lots of pace on Saturday. Nice through ball here for Milan Berosh. Out comes Mike Taylor to make the save. Scoreline still 0. Owen then with the fantastic run through the backfield.
Look out. Look out.
Through the defense, he made that look so easy, and Taylor had to come up with another big save. Liverpool did keep up the pressure. John Arne Riisa, the free kick, finds Vladimir Schmeitzer. He'll head it to Heskey, spins and strikes. 1-0 Liverpool. Heskey with the goal in the 36th. That's also his third goal in 6 games. Second half, Schmeitzer down the right side, cuts it back to Owen. Owen just couldn't get enough on it. Holt with the save. That should have been a goal. 59th minute though, Schmeitzer again with the service. Long pass onto the path of Michael Owen. This time he'll get it done. That's his 23rd of the season. Liverpool win 2-0. A huge 3 points for the Reds as they try to keep pace with Everton for the final Champions League spot for next season, and Chelsea as well.
Well, to say this has not been a dream campaign for Sunderland would likely be considered an understatement at this juncture. 3 different managers, a relegation spot at the bottom of the table, and going into their game against Birmingham Saturday, they'd suffered 9 straight losses. So manager Mick McCarthy needing a big effort. Things look promising early on. Marcus Stewart sheds his marker, passes to Sean Thornton, but Thornton trips on the ball. Oops. That's likely not a good omen. 2 minutes before the break, Birmingham shot in is punched out by Mart Poom, but not out far enough as Brian Hughes lobs it back in and over Poom, and it's 1-0 Birmingham. The hometown crowd loving every minute of that goal. Poom's punch, or lack thereof, would cost his team again in the second off the corner. Punches the ball high, but not far, and that allows Jeff Kenna to put in Christophe Dugarry, who heads his first goal for Birmingham in. Some heads-up play all around. 2-0 at that point. The sigh of relief from Birmingham manager Steve Bruce. Then things get rough as Sunderland begin to show some frustration. 4 minutes to go. Marcus Stewart flat out kicks Stern John. That was an instant ejection, and ejections all around for Sunderland as Mick McCarthy's stay in the Prem is a short one. Sunderland, the first club, relegated.
The hope was that we could turn it around, but come on, we needed 6 wins out of, I think it was 9 games at the time. We'd only won 4. So, you know, anybody that's looking at it would have accepted that it was almost an impossible task.
Relegation threatened West Ham up against Aston Villa, and the Hammers almost opened this one up in style. Steve Lomas with the looping header that just misses off both the crossbar and the post, right to Enkelman, and still zeros. A couple minutes later, they're luckier. Canute down the right side spots Trevor Sinclair all by his lonesome, and Sinclair converts nicely, and it is 1-0 Hammers. That luck changes 20 minutes later, though. Thomas Repka received a yellow card minutes earlier, charges through Marcus Allback to get his head on the ball, and no hesitation by the official as he points at the spot. Darius Vassell to take it, and he converts to put them level at 1. The Villains would take their first lead 8 minutes into the second. Gareth Barry forcing his way down the left side. His cross to the far post finds Oyvind Leonardson, who was on 1 minute as a sub, and he scores 2-1. The lead, though, squandered a dozen minutes later. Joe Cole puts a beautiful lob to the feet of Canute, and he shows his worth with a beauty. 2-2, and Glenn Reuter will take it. 2-2 is the final.
For West Ham United.
We're gather ourselves up this week and look forward to the trip up to the Reebok next Saturday. There's still plenty to play for. There's a strong belief in the dressing room that come the middle of May that we'll be out the bottom 3.
In the 3 other games this weekend.